What is happening, Saints fans? Unfortunately, we have some Derek Carr injury updates, and I'm going to tell you there's a little bit of bad. There's actually some good, but we do have to get into the latest around number 4, the QB1 for the New Orleans Saints. And then on top of that, we're also going to discuss what is the plan at quarterback. What's going to happen moving forward if Derek Carr has to miss some serious time. But really quick, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone who tuned into the watch party yesterday, but especially thank you to those who subscribed and joined our Golden Gang. The Golden Gang is all of us here who have been subscribed to the channel, and once you hit the sub, you join the Golden Gang. It's a totally free club to be a part of, so if you want to get Saints videos by Saints fans for Saints fans, on top of that, a lot of live coverage, short form content, and everything in between, this is the place to be. So thank you to 39,000 official members of our squad. We're on the road to 40K subscribers. Lock us in and join the channel. All right, so let's talk about the update. Ian Rapoport, he added some context, and originally it was fear that there's a fracture in his non-throwing hand, but now it's official. He has suffered a significant fracture in his left hand, which notably is his non-throwing hand. And Rapoport, in his post and in his update, said it's almost certainly a season-ending injury, which now how things kind of shaken out, and when you fast forward literally 30 minutes, you got some conflicting reports because Darren Rizzi did actually provide an update, and Catherine Terrell from a local level for the New Orleans Saints, covering the Saints for ESPN, she explained and posted that Darren Rizzi said Derek Carr will actually be a week-to-week situation. So it's not totally guaranteed, and it's not certain that he will be out for the entire season. However, he is expected to miss some time. He is also in the concussion protocol, so you'll have to see how he shakes out there. So not only is he dealing with the hand, we have to see what's going on with the concussion. But, I do think in the grand scheme of things, it is actually, pretty good news, considering the fact that he doesn't seem like he's going to have to get surgery. So in that regard, that is a big win. And a lot of quarterbacks in the history of the league have actually played with a fractured, injured, broken, whatever you want to call it, an injured non-throwing hand. So if Derek Carr can still throw the ball, if he can tape it up and make it work, then, I expect Carr, who is a tough player and is a guy who wants to play football and wants to play at a high level, I expect him to try and be active as quick as possible. And, when this play happened, a lot of reactions immediately. And at first, I was thinking, what the hell are we doing? We have a few minutes left in this fourth quarter game. It's 2nd and 10. Why are you trying to hurdle over Adoree Jackson to get the first down? You have 3rd down to try and convert. What are we doing here? But then, I just kind of took a step back and I said, well, this is actually, really interesting. And this is kind of a testament to Derek Carr's heart. He's not going to just go down and get out of bounds and go for the next play. No, he wants to succeed every play, and I thought that was pretty cool. And worth noting for Derek Carr's injury, I'm going to talk about this here in just a second. There's actually a $30 million injury guarantee for 2025 that becomes fully guaranteed if he can't pass a physical this offseason. So with Derek Carr, he has $10 million guaranteed to him in 2025 and another $30 million hanging in, what is the word? Hanging out in the universe. That's what the word I was looking for. Just hanging out there just to be claimed at some point. And, Tina Howell, I think she did a really good job here reporting what Pete Werner said about the injury. And I think that Pete Werner really hit the nail on the head here and said, I don't know what his situation is. This was before all of the injury updates from Catherine Terrell came out. We didn't really know all the official information, but Pete Werner saying, I don't know his situation, but I know he is a fighter. Everyone will need to step up in their role and do everything that they can to win this week. And I think that it's important to win this week. And then when you get to next week, you focus on winning this week. And then when you get to the following week, you focus on winning this week. Because right now, as it stands, New Orleans has a 1% chance to make the playoffs. And I'm not going to sit here and say, go and try and win, go and make it happen, we can make the playoffs. No, it's a 1% chance. You had a less than 1% chance yesterday. The Falcons are in the midst of an all-time collapse. You're 1 game behind Atlanta. You're not that far behind Tampa Bay. All I'm saying is you do have the chance. And how I'm looking at it, it's not necessarily we should go and make a playoff push. We got to try and win. Because I do think that Pete Werner's correct. Somebody's going to have to step up. Somebody's going to have to fill the void of what Derek Carr was doing for the team. And how I'm personally looking at it is, yes, the Saints do have a 1% chance, kind of playing with house money. If you win against the Commanders, shoot. try and go win against the Packers, and then shoot. Go try and win against the Raiders, and then shoot. You win those 3, you beat the Bucs. There's a world where the Saints could win the NFC South in that situation. But what I do want to have a focus on and what I do want to see moving forward and what's more realistic is I think that they have a really good opportunity to see Jake Haener and Spencer Rattler in the current situation. Last time we saw Spencer Rattler play, Dennis Allen was the head coach. A very banged-up offensive line. Not a lot of help in terms of the weapons that Spencer Rattler had. And on top of that, I think that Jake Haener deserves an opportunity to show what he's capable of. I think that this is a team, and these are players that can step up, and there's a lot of question marks around them. So we have to see and get answers to those questions. And I think that this is a great chance for the Saints and for their fans to find out a little bit more about these 2 players, find out what they can do a little bit later in the season. And honestly, I hate to be that guy. It's a little pressure-free. It's not like you are leading the NFC South and you have to try and go win it. No, you're in 3rd place. You have a 1% chance. If you lose, okay, throw them back out there the next week. Then do it again. And let's just see what we got in these 2 guys so we can know if quarterback really is a need moving forward over the next few years. Now, let me know who you want to be the quarterback next week. If Derek Carr cannot play, should it be Spencer Rattler or should it be Jake Haener? I'm going to give you my take. I'm going to give you pros and cons. I'm going to make an argument for both of these guys here in just a second. But I need you, Who Dat Nation. So weigh in and sound off on this question for me. Spencer Rattler, Jake Haener. Who should get the start if Derek Carr is unable to play? Now, if you do want to see Jake Haener, Spencer Rattler, one of those 2 guys play, or even Marshawn Lattimore, hey, he's coming back to the Dome this weekend. You can get tickets at Gametime, and you can actually get $20 off your first purchase if you download the Gametime app and use code CHATSPORTS. That's CHATSPORTS. You'll get $20 off your first purchase, and you can use those savings to get yourself some concessions, maybe some merch, or heck, even an extra ticket in the future on the Gametime app. And Gametime has a new feature called Gametime Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Gametime Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. You know, like I said, Commanders are coming to town here in a few days or I guess in about a week, for week 15. And I'll tell you right now, that's on my birthday. So if you want to go watch the Commanders versus Saints on my birthday, I got a deal for you. $20 off with code CHATSPORTS on the Gametime app. So download Gametime today, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms do apply, but redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Gametime today. What time is it? It's game time. All right, so Darren Rizzi, he did speak with media, and he did actually fill in a little bit of context here within this injury and around the injury news. So as of today, Monday, December 9th, at the time of filming this, it is 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Darren Rizzi did not rule out Derek Carr for this week, which is shocking to say the least. I figured it would have been like, yep, we're not even going to waste it. We're not even going to, or not waste it. We're not even going to risk it. We're just going to let him sit 1 week, and we're going to let one of the 2 between Haener or Rattler go. And he didn't even decide, and he didn't even pick between one of the 2. He showed no favor. He actually said he thinks both players give the Saints an opportunity to win. So we'll have to see who does get the starting looks. Now, Spencer Rattler, he did get the start earlier this season when Carr was out with that oblique injury, and I'm not going to sit here and say it was pretty. I'm going to sit here and say it looked like it was rookie quarterback football on a bad football team with a bad head coach, with a beat-up line, and with a lack of offensive weapons. Overall, 3 games played, just under 60% completion percentage. He's thrown 99 passes in his NFL career, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and a passer rating of 70.7 this season. And I will say, I think that Rattler was okay. Like, there are definitely moments where I'm like, okay, good throw, or he extended the play with his legs. He was able to be mobile. He was able to move around the pocket. Like, I thought that there were some good things. To sit here and say it was all terrible, that's just not true. That's just being a hater of the player. That's being pessimistic. That's just not true. It wasn't great, though. It was not beautiful. It was very much so clearly a rookie quarterback who didn't have help. And that's exactly what I said earlier. And it's okay for a rookie quarterback to look like a rookie quarterback. TED Talk, I believe that we live in a society that has a microwave belief. Everyone wants just instant gratification, instant success. They are not willing to wait. They're not willing to let things develop. I mean, look at the transfer portal right now. Kids are just moving and picking up and leaving the second that they don't like how the situation is. So Spencer Rattler, if he can battle through this adversity, he can continue to grow and continue to be a good player. Absolutely, I think Rattler should get the opportunity to start in the future. But when it comes to right now in this season, we just haven't gotten to see a lot from Jake Haener because Rattler got those starts early in the season. Now with Haener, he has checked into 7 different games, but he has only thrown a limited amount of passes. 177 yards on the ground for Haener. 1 touchdown, no interception, so he's protected the ball well. That touchdown was the lone touchdown against the Denver Broncos on that Drew Brees ceremony night. That was absolutely horrendous. I was very miserable for that. He's completed 14 out of 29 passes, no interceptions, and a passer rating, which is better than Spencer Rattler's of 79.2. Rattler, worth noting, he was actually sacked 14 times during his starting spot in those weeks 6 through 8. So, that is something to consider. And I'll tell you what, for me and for right now, I want to see Jake Haener. I got to see Spencer Rattler. And I'm a guy who I would consider a Spencer Rattler fan when it comes to the future of the New Orleans Saints. I think that Haener, though, is very tough. I think he's tough as nails. And I do believe that he's done his part. He's done his due diligence. He has earned the opportunity. He's sat. He's waited. He's listened. He's absorbed information. He's learned the offense. And to be totally honest, I think that he deserves the chance to go out there as a starting quarterback, not just come in and fill in whenever the team is blowing out and the team is getting blown out and you got to make something happen. I'm not talking about to go take a knee. I'm not talking about go get 3 plays here and you only throw the ball once. I want to see him open up the playbook. I want to see him get tested. I want to see what Jake Haener truly can do because at some point you're going to have to pick between Haener or Rattler. And this is a really good opportunity to see what these guys can do at the NFL level in full game speed against opponents who don't have much tape on them. So I do think I want to see Jake Haener get the start this upcoming week if Derek Carr cannot play. However, if they want to go with Spencer Rattler, I don't hate that route either. I just think that Haener deserves the opportunity because he hasn't gotten as much time to show off what he can do. But in my personal opinion, I do think that Spencer Rattler's ceiling is much higher. You got to see what you got in Haener. To sit here and say that he's an absolute waste of the roster spot, not true. I think that he has some talent. He's tough. He throws the ball with nice zip. He's quick with it. I like him. I think that he can do some good things with the Saints. So we'll see what happens, but I just want to say thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you join the squad of over 39,000 Who Dat Nation faithful. So join our golden gang here at Saints Now by Chat Sports. We're on the road to 40K, like I mentioned. And then all the YouTube cliche stuff. Make sure you like the video, support the show, share your thoughts in the comment section. Did I get it right? Do you want Haener? Do you want Rattler? Send some love to Derek Carr for the injuries. I know a lot of y'all aren't fans of him, but, I'll tell you what. Derek Carr is your quarterback. He's on your roster, and we hate to see players get injured, especially multiple times in the season to Carr's extent. No. Show some love in the comments. Get active in the comment section. Share the video. Like the video. Subscribe. All the crazy YouTube cliche stuff. But most importantly, y'all stay golden, and we will see you next time.